So, boys and girls, we've seen it. It were good. It were Superman. Well, he was sort of Superman. He was a bit poncy at times.
Oh dear.
Oh, here we go.
What do you mean?
Well, he was a bit girly one. He was a bit like Metro Man. Yeah, right. What you got to remember is we're old. All right. Well, I'm not. I'm like sort of young and sort of hip. She's an old crinkle.
Why are you saying that?
Because you've got to remember, kids, right? We grew up in the 70s and the 80s, and we had the definitive Superman.
All right. So what
Christopher Reeve.
You've seen more than one Superman because you're older.
Eh?
Well, you've seen more than one Superman film, haven't you?
Well, obviously.
No, because you're older, whereas young kids today...
Well, they might have seen Man of Steel, where you got your rocks off when you took your shirt off.
Yeah, but they want to see the
You didn't take your shirt
ones.
off, boys and girls, so she was really upset, right? but we thought he was getting it on a bit with Lane. I mean, there was a bit where it was and it was PG, so it didn't really happen, so... I'll just have a moment on that one. No.
You like.
But yes, we grew up with Christopher Reeve, which is the definitive Superman. He looks like Superman, and if you imagine Superman, that's who he is.
Yeah.
You know, and when you saw him as a child, sort of 8 and 9 years old as we did, it was mind-blowing. Yes, it's campy, and yes, Lex Luthor was as campy as it gets, and it was perfectly portrayed by Gene Hackman. The new Lex Luthor, I actually quite like him.
Oh, I thought he was good.
He was a lot better than what you think he's going to be. Nicholas Hoult, from seeing him in, it's actually from one of her favourite films about a boy.
Yeah, I love that.
And she loves the bit where he murders the duck with a bit of bread, you know.
I think I killed a duck.
Just laughs all the time. Says a lot for who she is, actually. Because she looks all nice and innocent, but trust me, boys and girls, she's not, right? But anyway, so we grew up with that, but Lex Luthor was really good. And then they brought in, what did they call it? The Justice Group or something? Or the Justice Gang?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, they're like the comedy relief, shall we say, because let's just say the Green Lantern's haircut is... it's a brave look.
It's each to their own.
It's a brave look. I thought sort of Mr. Brilliant, or whatever he's called, Mr. Terrific, the guy who's super intelligent, I thought he would be an annoying shit, but actually he wasn't. I thought he was really good. The bird with the wings.
She was a hawk or something, wasn't she?
She was a what?
A bird?
Oh, hawk.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought you said someone else. I was going to say, not in this film, but
What
in the
did
one that I might
That's
watch
it,
tonight.
it's
You dirty old man.
But anyway,
It was a funny film, wasn't it?
it had its moments. If I was going to sum this film up before I ask her whether she liked it, what I would say is, I mean, it's a James Gunn film, or at least I think that's what they call them. We ain't film critics, so people's politics, who directed it and everything like that doesn't give a fuck to us, right? It's either a good film, it's a bad film, whatever, right? I take it on face value, and I think that's the fairest way.
Although,
Now, oh, here we go.
there was a good...
What?
You forgot to mention the dog.
I was working to the dog,
The dog's
right? I was
brilliant.
working to the dog,
It is
right?
brilliant.
How do you describe the dog? Right.
brilliant.
Oh, okay. In the trailers, everybody knows this because it's all in the trailers. You see Superman get smashed to the deck, and the dog comes and jumps on him while he's pretty hurt. You know, and you think, oh, fucking hell, this is going to be stupid. You know,
It's not good.
and really, what I would say is, if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3, you've seen this film. So you can see the tropes, and you can also see the callbacks to the Suicide Squad as well. And I thought they were quite good, really. Frank Grillo is now Flag, and you can see him hassling with his conscience, a little bit like in the Suicide Squad. So that you can see some synergies as to what they were trying to do. It's a very simple story, but the dog, I genuinely thought when I saw it in the trailers, oh, this is gonna be stupid.
See, I didn't watch any trailers, so
Right.
the dog was the first.
But the dog's hilarious, right? The dog is fantastic, and it'll be a proper Marmite situation. You're either going to love the dog or you're going to hate the dog. personally, because we used to have a dog called Mac. That was, well, it was an Alsatian, so it's not the same breed, but it had the same sort of stupid temperament. Because this dog in this film is as thick as fuck.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Right? But it's meant to be. It's disobedient. It doesn't give a flying monkeys. Talking of monkeys, they're in it. And it's obviously like about how you can have 1,000 monkeys typing something and you get Shakespeare. There's actually a scene in it where you've got all the monkeys doing social media. And considering my other channel is sort of, the trolls on that is unbelievable, because I work in an industry full of idiots. So I think it was actually a good metaphor for who they were. But then on the other side of it, in my industry, you do have the good guys, the supermen. And there's a little plug, the Scruffy squad, right? No, the guys I look after and everything, they are superb, and I connect with some wonderful people. But there is some awful people out there. And then when you watch this, you can kind of see where they're just literally just, and they've got no brains. They're just sort of like idiots, monkeys. Anyway.
You know, you're a classic example of the inverse ratio between the size of the mouth and the size of the brain.
So what's your verdict?
My verdict, out of what, 10? Because we've been scoring these out of 10. We did 28 days later, and I was kind of, do you know something? The debate's still out on that film as to whether I liked it or not. I found it a bizarre
Perhaps you need to watch
film.
it again.
I think I will. I think I would definitely watch that film again, simply because it raises loads of questions, and I think that makes a very good film. If a film can make you ask questions and then explore its story after you've seen it, you might at the time think it's terrible, but then it'll grow on you and you think, you know something, maybe there's a deeper meaning, maybe this is good. Is that happening with Superman?
I thought it was a strange film. It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't a bad film.
No, it's a great popcorn film is what I would call
Sunday afternoon film.
Yeah. If you're lounging on a Sunday afternoon, even going to the cinema with your kids to see it, I think you'll have a blast. Superman, at the start, I wasn't sure whether I was going to like him, but as he moves through the film, he is a bit like Metro, like sort of modern manish. You know, I make mistakes and it's my strength. Bollocks. You know, big chest, you do it right, knock the bad guy out. That's what we want to see. or in her case, big chest, take your shirt off and knock one out. You are a dirty bitch at times, right?
Give us what you think. Out of 10, what would you give it?
I'd give it a 7, 8 maybe. Let's put it this way. If it came onto my subscriptions, I'd watch it again. A bit like Guardians of the Galaxy. They're quite throwaway movies. You know, you're not going to have a major discussion about these things. But if it's on, you'll sit and enjoy it. And I think this falls into that category. Yes, we are older to go see a kid's film. I do get that. Right? But at the same time, why can't we be kids? We want to be kids. I like being a kid. You know, I work really hard and I like nothing better than letting my hair down. Well, that's a bad kind of phrase, actually, because I haven't got any fucking hair, have I? I'll tell you what, I'll let me mother down. Do you want to, we're in the back of the car. No.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Get on with it.
All right, so...
You're easily distracted.
Well, you've got next to no clothes on, of course.
It's red hot outside.
It is red hot outside.
Hottest day of the year.
It is. Is it the hottest day of the year today?
Wait, I don't know about the hottest. It's one of the hottest days so far.
Is it? She made me walk in the sun as well, you know, boys and girls. I'm not really sure. So, back to the film. Right. It's a very simple story. You know, you're pretty much told or go in expecting you know who Superman is. It does like a little bit of blurb about metahumans coming and how they grew, and then Superman came, and it does like a time... It was like a countdown of time, wasn't it? Down to like 3 minutes ago where you see him getting his head kicked in. And then it starts. But it was a simple premise, as with all sorts. Lex Luthor wants land. Well, nick that from somewhere. Lex Luthor doesn't like Superman. Nick that from somewhere. Might be in the comics. And then you've got the Justice League, I call them the Justice League. They weren't what they call them, the Justice Gang or something. They had a crap name anyway.
Yeah, half of them didn't like it.
But they were actually quite funny. They were quite good. So you can see different little bits and pieces from it. I enjoyed it. Let's put it that way, enjoy. Watch your reviews, listen to them tear it apart, because I did see some saying it's all woke and it's political. And if you go in with that ideology, you'll see it. But if you go in just to watch a popcorn film where a guy stops a war, a guy stops a bad guy, the bad guy's beat on the good guy till he's sort of a little bit broken, and then he redeems himself by kicking the living shit out of them.
And a funny dog.
And a dog that rips everything up and is an absolute nightmare. You'll have a good time. Did you? So I'm gonna go with 8. I liked it. What would you go with? Give it a definitive number.
6 or 7.
6 or 7.
It wasn't a bad film, but it wasn't amazing like I thought it was going to be.
Well, if he took his shirt off, would that have made a difference? No?
I'll say 7.
7?
7.
No, you stick with your score. That's your problem, you
All
bubblehead.
right.
Because,
6 to 7.
talking of bubbleheads, there's a few of them.
7.
There's a thing, right? There is a bit in it for the dads, right? There is a bit. I've got no idea why this bird is in it, right? She just toddles around, right? Blonde hair, knockers out here, right? And all she does is jiggle the knockers everywhere, and she's running around the screen all the time. And you're just thinking, what point is you in this film? And then when she bends over, you kind of realise. Right? So yeah, it were pretty good. But talking of things like that in Lotharios, right? I don't know if you can remember the little photographer guy out of Superman, right? Can you remember him? I forgot his name now. Jimmy the photographer guy. Oh, what the fucking call him? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Anyway, little Jimmy, the photographer guy, in the original films was a proper weed. He used to have a dicky bow tie on and that, right? He couldn't get a date in a million years.
I remember.
Right?
Yeah.
Couldn't get a date in a million years in any of the films. Is it Jimmy Olsen?
I can't remember his name, but
I'm getting old now.
visualising.
Anyway, right, Jimmy, right? Proper nerd. And this is where it goes a little bit. I know you're seeing a man fly, but this is like make-believe. This is absolute make-believe, right? This guy is a photographer, always a nerd in the comics. This one shags everything, right? Absolutely shags everything and gets his story by lobbing it out and doing Lex Luthor's girlfriend. He's Superman, right? On that note, we'll leave it. We enjoyed it. See you later.